Very good afternoon to all of you. Jai Jagannath, Bande Utkal Janani. Dr. Gokulanand Pati, our former Chief Secretary and Development Commissioner, my fellow key speakers here, Dr. Tapas Panda, who is the convener of this Utkal Chamber of Commerce, all the delegates and all the budding and existing entrepreneurs who are present here, my fellow colleagues who are representing from Indian Bank, two of the branches, one is from Bapuji Nagar and one is from Nayapalli, Mr. Panda and Mr. Mahabhadra, and ladies and gentlemen. So it's a privilege, and before I begin, I really take a little opportunity and ask Dr. Panda to give me a little more time, because as a banker we marry the figures. So very deeply we are attached with the entrepreneurship as far as this is concerned. I'll just give a little glimpse of this Indian bank. The founder member, Mr. Iyer, with his pocket with 1 rupee, he fought with the British way back in 1908, where the Hertford Bank turned bankruptcy. He won the case with the Madras High Court, and this Indian bank was born in the year 1908. And it was the first Swadeshi kind of bank with a authorized capital of then around 100 crores. And today the asset base size is 12.23 lakh crore as of June 2024, spanning around 7,000 odd branches and around 13,000 odd business correspondents and around 4,000 banking outlets. So total gross around, you can say that 24 to 25,000 banking outlets we have got the presence. And with this spanning of this long journey of 1908 and asset size of around 5.39 lakh crore, so Indian Bank is a truly Swadeshi bank which has been very pioneer as far as industrial development is concerned. We have seen both the pre-independence and post-independence era. And very personally coming to this land of Odisha, movie Odisha Matira Pilati, प्रथम मो चाकरी आरंभ करथिली इंडस्ट्रियल फाइनेंशियल कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया रे दिल्ली रे तापरे मो उषा ग्रुप रे वाइस प्रेसिडेंट थिली किछटा समय दिन तापरे ओरिएंटल बैंक ऑफ कॉमर्स देन एस्ट्रो इलाहाबाद बैंक देन फाइनली लैंडेड विथ इंडियन बैंक देन प्रथम जेतेबेले आरंभ होइतिला वर्तमान स्वस्ति ग्रुप रु आरंभ होइतिला ओडिसा रे आई वाज पार्ट ऑफ दैट स्वस्ति ग्रुप with Mayfair Group, the establishment of KIT, Sai International School, ODM Public School, this Jagannath Expressway, Odisha Express Highway, both the Dhamra Port, Gopal Port. So this were everywhere we have been personally, I have been a part of that journey. And in the policy body making, I was chosen as a member of the PM Jade mission. I worked 7 years with the government of India when this PM Jade mission under Sir Narendra Modi, our Prime Minister, it was kick-started. So I was a member there when the policy making was started. So this Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India, I have been associated with Ahmedabad as a faculty member. So this is a very keen when Dr. Panda gave these invitations to me. Then I said that okay, I will definitely be there because I love and that passion is there to really develop the entrepreneurs and whatever the experience, little experience we have gathered, we want to share it. Look, the very beginning of the industry, if you look into our Odisha itself, it is the 12th century, the famous Jagannath temple. That is the biggest industry ever happened in the 12th century. Look into the very integrity of that particular temple, the magnificent edifice to look into. It is the best example of the supply chain, the best example of the production management, how everything is looking into. 1 lakh devotees are really daily taking the prasadam. Each and every manufacturing base is there, the supply chain of the water, the supply chain of the ration, the supply chain of the processing. You will lightly look into that. All cottage industries are existing inside the temple only. And perhaps that is the first industrialization happened in Odisha. And whatever the stories we are getting that we are the traders, we were born to the Indonesia, Java, Sumatra. These are the magnificent examples how the industry actually developed in Odisha. Of late, in 80s and 70s, we lost that color. But fortunately, after this 1991 liberalization area, it has gone leaps and bounds. with the economic size of ours is 8.32 lakh crore. Right now we are really poised that as the 13th largest industrial economy across India. And the per capita income, if you look into that, the per capita income has also breached. It is now 1,61,000 brought on, and it is just 12% gap is there as far as the national per capita income is concerned. So certain sectors, if you look into the state economy normally divided into two sectors. Normally it happens, that is for the holding sectors. What Madam has told from Arson Winter, that is the holding sector. The mining, that constitutes 40% of our economy, the ancillary units, that is the considerations is there, and that mining, the steel and aluminium industries, the power industries, these are the holding sectors, and as you know that the holding sectors are contributing larger chunk of our economy. But what is important is now there is a lot of transformative sectors. These transformative sectors to me as the Indian Bank, what we really give the opportunity to grow. This transformative sector is the agri-processing. We observe that this agri-processing has got a very vast scope across Odisha. So that's the reason we have started a cluster of cashew processing at near to our Deccanal, and we have funded close to around 100 crores in that particular unit. So I feel that agro-processing has got a very conducive environment as far as this entrepreneurship journey is concerned. And please look into the transportation sector, because there are the holding sectors. I do not say that holding sectors do not offer any opportunities. That is the key for our entire survival, because 43% of our revenue comes from those holding sectors. It gives the total contribution as per our wealth is concerned. Gone are the days where our agri-economy was dependent, and though it is an agrarian economy, but today if you look into the agriculture sector, it only gives to 23%. With the advent of these minerals, mining, aluminium, steel and power, now we have gone into that particular journey where we are producing around 40 to 45% of this industrial sector. Now what Dr. Panda told, that what are the avenues for the banking, and there is a myth that there is a collateral based banking. Honestly, today's banking is not collateral based. Today's banking is idea based. Give me an idea, I'll fund you. This is the kind of theme we are practicing in Indian Bank. Unfortunately, what happens, most of our entrepreneurs, particularly as Dr. Panda rightly said it, that the mindset has to change. The mindset should begin from the school syllabus itself. I was just going through the school syllabus, second standard bahar kar jo bohite padhibe se so then like Ramo school jaichi सीता पानी आने को जाइछि आमे जदि हम पिला को पढेबा जे रामो स्कूल जाउछि सीता बर्तन नै कि जाइछि पानी आनिया पे when the entrepreneurs will come, because the mindset is not developing. You go to the Gujarat, you go to Maharashtra, you read that syllabus, you will find that सीता aji tar vyavasay udyog chaleya jaइछि. What Nanda madam has told, the women empowerment. The women empowerment should come from the very beginning, from the grassroots level. Then only we can think of, and that mindset should come. I give you a very live example. When I was there in Faridabad and I funded Lakhani brothers. As you know that Lakhani brothers, that Lakhani was considered to be one of the top competitor to the shoe manufacturing Bata. All you know the Bata stories. When the gentleman came, he said that India mein koi juta nahi pehanta hai. So there is no market. So they thought of that, no, juta nahi pehanta hai, it means there is a huge market. So the negativity which Dr. Panda was telling, that transferred into immediately the scope. Whenever there is no scope, means there is a plenty of scope. So all the Bata product was manufactured by one company, that is called Anka India Limited company. It is a Solipur based company. So this gentleman Lakhani, one of his nephew was working in Anka India Limited when he decided to float his own company. And that time I remember he applied for a term loan assistance of around 1.2 CR. And being a very small branch at Sonipat when I was there, it was a very, very huge amount for me. Because that time the branch manager had a power of, as you know that, around 25 to 30 lakhs we have got the power. So it will go to the next one. So naturally my JDM immediately asked that, where is the scope? because the Bata is ruling the market and this Lakhani is coming with a very new product, and all of a sudden they are starting, where is the scope? He came out with a proposal, and in that proposal he gave me to the 12 points. So these are the 12 points in which I am going to compete with Bata. Point number 1, that entire Bata was manufacturing there, the English British company, very traditional. They will only look for the white slippers with the blue stripes. So first time the Lakhani came with the color stripes. They said that where it is written that no, it has to be, the chappal has to be white color. So it has to be colorful. The fast change, the fast transformation. Second, he said that no, the Indian mindset is there. Whenever the stripes get damaged, they go for another stripes. They don't throw it like Britishers or the European countries. So what happened? No, he gave it a 1 + 1 free. That means one stripe is damaged, means another stripe is there. And that time, if you remember, the Atal Bihari Vajpayee gave speech on UN by wearing a chappal. So he immediately took that idea that if the chappal can go to UN, why the chappal cannot go to our parliament even? So he came out with the concept that the chappal can be also, is not a bathroom wardrobe, it can also be outside. So he came out with that idea that it could be a fashionable item. As Madam told very rightly now, we are all wearing sari, but customized sari, that is the opportunity I am talking about. So the customized chappals, so that time he convinced and he conceived that idea and rest his story. The Lakhani came out with the successful. This is the first lesson I learned. Then when I asked him in a Chamber of Commerce meeting, sir, what is your take on entrepreneurs? He told me the two things which it has been imbibed in my entire of the journey. That look, either you have to be a very big fish in a small pond, then you automatically survive because that big fish only carry you through the tide. Or you become a small fish in a large pond, or vice versa. You try to become a big fish in a small pond. So if you want to really be a small pond, if you are starting with your entrepreneurial journey, try to be a very small fish in a big pond.